I'm Natalie, it's Saturday, and this is Those Internet Girls, the channel centered around internet friendship, which we've never talked about. So this video is my discussion on internet friendship. First of all, there are several stigmas related to internet friendship. The first being that if you have friends online, you are a loser. This probably stems from a time when the internet wasn't as widespread. I don't know. I don't see how making friends can make anyone a loser, so this isn't even a thing anymore that much, I don't think. So I'm just gonna discount that now. The other two are that you will be killed, probably stemming from like MySpace when 13-year-olds put their pictures up and decided to meet boys in the middle of the woods that turned out to be 50-year-old men. And then the catfish, which is the most recent in that you will start a relationship with someone online and they will end up being someone completely different than who they say they are. Those last two stigmas are really easy to avoid. First of all, video chatting completely eliminates the chance that someone isn't who they say they are. I mean, not completely, but if someone says they are a 20-year-old girl, it's pretty easy to tell if they're a 20-year-old girl or 50-year-old man when you video chat. Another precaution to take is to make a fangirl friend. Imagine someone trying to kill a teenage girl, but to do so he had to learn infinite knowledge of Doctor Who. It's a little bit of a deterrent, don't you think? So I think fangirls are a great precaution against being killed. But mostly, yeah, video chatting, making sure they are who you think they are. And now I know what you're saying. They could still be who they say they are and still want to kill you. To which I say, that could apply to anyone you know, in real life or not. So, if you're still nervous about meeting this person, but you want to meet them, I would recommend a public place, because your chances of being thrown dead in a river are much decreased when you meet at a crowded Starbucks. Those are the stigmas and how to avoid them, but I think we shouldn't concentrate on that, because there are so many benefits and great sides to internet friendship that you shouldn't focus on the bad, really. I mean, I think the number one bad thing about internet friendship is that you can't see them in person, but that has its upsides too. You don't get bored of them. The people you see all day at school or whatever, you don't want to talk to a lot of the time, but the people you don't see on a regular basis, aka your internet friends, you make an effort to talk to and you never get sick of them. And if you do, you're not forced to speak with them because they're on the internet and they can't come to you, really. So you get to kind of control the level of communication you have with them, which is great. Also, if you are like me and prefer being alone when you're really tired after dealing with people all day, you can still talk to your internet friends, socialize, not feel lonely, but still have your own space. One of the other things about internet friends is that you are truly yourself with them, and I know that seems crazy, but when you start talking to someone that you don't think you're ever going to meet, you don't have a reason to put up a shield. You don't have a reason to lie to them, really. So you don't. So you're just real with them, which is, I think, a really good thing for a friendship to have, which a lot of real life friendships don't have. Also, you meet them through some mutual like. For example, I met most of those internet girls through a Doctor Who live stream. So we all have Doctor Who in common. But then we also learned we have all these other things in common, and we've also sparked each other's interest in different things. Like, I'm watching Supernatural right now, which I wouldn't be doing if it wasn't for a lot of people, actually. So having someone that you can talk to about things that you like is great, rather than being friends with someone based on proximity to them. Another important thing about internet friends is they give you a global perspective of the world. I wouldn't have gotten the help I needed for a British accent for a theater competition I was doing, and I probably would have sounded really stupid if Laura hadn't helped me, so thanks, Laura. I probably wouldn't know that people in the south of the US don't have accents all the time if I wasn't friends with American Laura in Louisiana. I'd like to say that I would know that, but would I? I'm not sure. And I know that cold is relative because people in Florida, like Shannon and Heather, are complaining about their 40-degree weather. I'm walking a mile home in 20-degree weather while it's snowing. You can't call it cold if it hasn't reached freezing, alright? And I know so much more about Portugal from Patricia, and France from Mel, and Australia from all our Australian friends. You get so much perspective, and you learn so much just from being friends with these people. I learned such random things that I'm so grateful for. I feel so much smarter for being friends with all of you guys. The point is, internet friends are as good, and I was going to say if not better, but they're definitely a lot better than outernet friends in a lot of respects. And sure, you have great outernet friends, I do. But you just have a special connection with people you meet on the internet, if they are the sort of people you like, which they should be, because you're choosing to spend time with them. And you don't have to do that. You're specifically seeking these people out. I am grateful for having to know different time zones because I have friends all over the world. And I am grateful that I have to think about how much I miss you guys because you're there. And I have friends that live everywhere, and it's awesome. So anyone that is worried about having an internet friendship, don't be. Go forth and make friends. And if you have any questions, leave them for us at our Tumblr, which is down below, because we have some experience with being internet friends, and we like it. At least I do. To answer Laura's question, Michigan has lots of things other states don't have, but one thing it has that Louisiana doesn't is snow. It's a snow day today. That's not even a lot of snow. Also, Chubby Bunny, no one did this week, so we will all do that later. See you next week. Bye.